Lemfo is a brand that doesn't really need an introduction. This is one of the leading budget smartwatch manufacturers in China. Their products are designed with creativity and precision, that's why I fell for the design and features instantly.
In today's video, I'm going to show you everything you want to know about
Lemfo LF26 Max, which is a fantastic looking entry-level watch. I'll show you its features, we'll check its heart rate, blood pressure and oxygen saturation measurements, I'll check its step count precision, and we'll show you how to set it up to make phone calls.
Hi, what's up guys? My name is Adam and you're watching Family Pop TV YouTube channel.
First, let's check what's in the box. Inside we can find the watch itself, a manual and a warranty card, and a USB charging cable. The LF26 Max has a catchy rounded design. The watch looks more or less like Garmin Phoenix crossed with a Amazfit T-Rex with its mechanical and sporty look, which is great in my opinion. It certainly doesn't look like a typical cheap watch. The LF26 Max is a direct successor of LF26 and LF26 Pro, and it certainly has that more aggressive look. It has a silicone wrist strap which feels solid. It certainly will last long. It sits on my wrist comfortably, and over nearly a month of use of this watch, I haven't had any issues with skin irritation or such. Obviously, the strap can be replaced for any 22mm wide strap, for example leather strap, and this will give the watch more personalized feel. When we flip the watch, here are the standard PPG optical sensors to measure the heart rate, SpO2 and even the blood pressure. I'll test it later in this video. At the side it has two circular metal buttons. Top one serves as a home button and the bottom one turns off the display. By the way, the buttons are not customizable. The display is a nice looking 1.32-inch high-resolution IPS display with a resolution of 360 by 360 pixels, which effectively gives us 386 pixels per inch. You might feel this smartwatch has an edge-to-frame display, but it's not. It has very tiny 1.5mm bezel around the display. The display shows vivid colors, and on the maximum level of brightness is probably one of the brightest IPS screens I've seen in the watch so far. Obviously it's not as bright as the AMOLED displays, but it doesn't stay behind that much. For clarification, this is not an always-on display, however it lights up automatically when you move your wrist up. The smartwatch has an IP68 water-resistant design, so no worries when you sweat or wash your hands or take a shower. It even has one of its sports modes dedicated for swimming, which implies the watch isn't only water-resistant, but it's also waterproof. Talking sports modes, the Lemfo LF26 Max offers the assortment of 19 sports modes. However, the watch doesn't have built-in GPS, which means when you turn on different sports modes like running or bike for outdoors, it won't measure the travel distance. So with that being said, let's take a look at the accuracy of the pedometer in Lemfo LF26 Max.
And before we carry on, make sure you're subscribed.
I've been testing the watch step counts using manual tally counter. I have done exactly 1000 steps manually clicking the tally counter for each step. The LF26 Max step count was 983 steps. This gives us 98.3% of step count accuracy. To maximize the step count precision, you'll have to enter your correct personal details such as age, weight and height within the personal profile in the FitCloud Pro companion app. Talking of which, the watch before use has to be connected and synced with the free app called FitCloud Pro, which can be downloaded from the Apple Store or Google Play. You might scan the QR code with your phone or simply type FitCloud Pro in the store. This will initially set up the date and time in the watch, and the app will let you set and control most of the functionality of the watch. Connecting is simple. Once the app is downloaded to your phone, open it and then you can create the account, or if you don't want to share your details, you can log in as a guest and find your LF26 Max on the list. Tap on it. It will ask for a few permissions for the use of Bluetooth, notifications, etc. We're pressing yes to all of them. and that's it, all done. The watch also requires a second simultaneous Bluetooth connection to be set up if you'd like to make a phone calls through your watch. This needs to be done on your phone. Go to the phone Bluetooth settings and find LF26 Max Call, which should be somewhere at the bottom of the list. Tap on it and the phone will remember the connection. Let's see how it works. Let's make a quick phone call.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, is Mummy there?
Wait, what did you say?
Is Mummy in there?
Yeah, I'm playing Bowmasters right now and I'm just checking out some characters, but I'm looking forward to get Crazy Sam.
Good, have fun there.
What did you say?
Have fun.
Okay,
Alright, see you later.
see you later.
Bye. As you can hear, the speaker is actually pretty loud and the sound is crisp. Lemfo LF26 Max keeps checking the health parameters of your body such as heart rate, blood pressure and blood saturation levels. Let's check the precision of the measurements, the LF26 Max against finger-clamped medical pulse oximeter. The readings are pretty close and it stopped at 82 beats per minute. The oximeter stopped at 78 beats per minute, so it's pretty close. By the way, the watch can monitor your heart rate 24/7, but obviously it's gonna penalize the battery. Let's do the same for blood saturation levels, also known as SpO2. This is a measure of the amount of oxygen-carrying hemoglobin in the blood relative to the amount of hemoglobin not carrying oxygen. Here's the reading: 98% on the watch and 95% on oximeter. Well, it could be a bit better. The LF26 Max also measures the blood pressure using its optical sensors. Let's test it against a medical blood pressure monitor. The arterial blood pressure is most commonly measured via sphygmomanometer and the readings contains 2 digits systolic and diastolic pressure. To measure the blood pressure, the medical devices are using the specialized oscillometric methods, usually using MEMS pressure monitors. The smartwatches, doesn't matter if it's Lemfo, Samsung, Apple Watch or whatever, the watches don't have the medical grade ECG systems, so effectively they give you only an estimation, not the actual blood pressure. Here we got some readings. Looks like I've got the elevated blood pressure. The watch shows 123 by 77 mm of mercury and Omron shows 135 by 79 mm of mercury. It's way off, and to be honest, I didn't expect it to be super accurate. Don't forget, the watch isn't a medical grade device, so these readings should be taken only as a reference. The LF26 Max also tracks your sleep. I've been wearing it to bed for a few nights and the watch captured fall asleep and wake up times, and after it's synced with the companion app, I got here more detailed graphs. The watch doesn't register daily naps and also struggles to capture the correct sleep time when I went to bed extremely late at night, very early in the morning. The watch has a few other useful features like alarm clock, stopwatch or timer. All of these can be accessed through the watch menu. By the way, the visuals of the menu is customizable and I really like it. You can have a classic icon and text menu, you can switch to Apple Watch style menu or rotation style. This is up to your personal and visual preference. Talking customization, the LF26 Max, like the most recent smartwatches, allows you for customization by changing the watch faces. There's 9 factory preloaded watch faces which can be quickly swapped. Just press and hold the display and flip through them. And there's one watch face which can be downloaded via the companion app from the selection of about 170 watch faces. Unfortunately, you can't create or edit your own watch face. With regards to the battery, the smartwatch has 300 mAh lithium polymer battery, which lasts about 2 weeks on a single charge. It will be less if you got 24/7 heart rate monitoring turned on. Honestly, after using this Lemfo LF26 Max for around 2 weeks, I have concluded that it doesn't have many downsides. But when you compare these downsides with the price, you'll realize that this smartwatch already serves you way more than enough. And no, I'm not asking you to buy this watch particularly, as there are plenty of great smartwatches, but if your budget is a little tight and you want good looking, reliable and modern smartwatch, then you should definitely check out the Lemfo LF26 Max.
Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that video and found it pretty informative and useful. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed so you won't miss when the next video comes out. Thanks everyone, that was Adam and you watched Family Pop TV.